what a voice. Now, are you ready for your final act of the evening? Yeah, please give a big and now welcome to Tony Romani.
Thank you. My name is Tony. Been in Japan for well, quite some time, actually about 10 years, so my Japanese is okay. My Japanese is great when I'm back in Canada. I'll give you a little secret there, Mr. Vancouver. Train station names. Yeah. Next time someone back home asks you, hey man, speak some Japanese. All right. Umeda, Yodobashi, Shinsaibashi, Naba, Daikokucho, shall I go on? Try this one, Nishi Nakajima Minamikata, that's one station. Blows their mind. Don't ever translate the station names. Made that mistake. Was talking to some Japanese in Canada, said, yeah. Shitano Jimai, Yuhigaoka. They're like, ooh, cool, what did you say? Oh, it's easy, I said, fourth heavenly king, months before the sunset hill. My French is also really good here in Japan. Tony-san, here's all the Canadian people speak both English and French. Oh yes, we do. Yes, we do. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Shall I go on? I was recently out with a friend in Kyoto, and we're looking at some shrines. We're looking up at this building, and he said to me, he said, you know, that's a lost art. There isn't a man alive that can build this. I was like, really? There isn't a man alive that can build that? I could get 5 guys from Foxconn. Come over here and in about half a day, roll out half a dozen of these things. There's a man alive. There's a string theorist with a PhD in relativity. They can wrap their mind around this cottage. Tell you what, you get every single shrine builder that ever lived. You put them here, and I bet they can't figure out what that does. The vending machine. Next to the shrine. Build that. Hot and cold drinks in the same machine? Forget about it. It makes perfect change all the time. Fuck, I'll make it easier. Build us an aluminum can. Yeah? How many jack planes does it take to smelt some metal? Can't make a shrine. Now, the same kind of people say things about the pyramids too. They're like, oh, there isn't an engineer alive that could build a pyramid. What? You stack enough junk high enough, it makes a pyramid. Go ahead, drop a bucket of sand. It's a pyramid. Every game of Jenga ends in a pyramid. I bet you they were trying to make other shapes. Cubes, spheres. They just all crumbled into pyramids. The pharaoh at the time was like, what the hell's going on here? Where's my rhombus? My dodecahedron? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We just crumbled into these pyramids. So you're telling me that all we have is a desert full of pyramids? Yeah, that's just what it is. Jesus Christ. He hasn't been born yet, but still. In 4,000 years, people are going to think we're idiots. So Facebook is 10 years old. You don't have to applaud that. But they're getting married. Oh, fun. Sorry, Simon. It's because I felt like an applause. Hey, they're getting married. Yay! Facebook is 10 years old. Yay! I was so excited. I remember when it first came out, I was like, wow, it's amazing. Friends from my past and traveling and high school and junior high school. We were friend crazy. Friend! Look at that guy. I remember you, friend! I'm not sure who you are, but friend! Pretty sure you stole my shoes in high school. Doesn't matter, because now we're friends, right? How many friends you got? 300 friends? Friends! Now what do we do? I don't know. But friends. And now it's not so easy. Now I get like friend suggestions. They're like, hey, you might know this person. 2 mutual friends. 2 mutual friends? Forget about it. 10 mutual friends? Not a chance. 40 mutual friends? How come we're not already friends? What have you done? How come you haven't friended me? If you think I'm making the first move, forget about it. And they came up with a study. Turns out that Facebook is really depressing, which I totally get. I wake up in the morning a pretty happy person, and then I look at Facebook, and it makes me miserable. Sometimes I don't even want to look at it, but then I look at my iPad, and there's like a little icon. It's like a little red circle with a 1, and I can't resist touching it. What could that 1 be? Maybe it's an event. Maybe it's a new friend. I gotta touch it, I gotta touch it. Oh, Sarah got 3 chickens in Farmville. Woohoo! There you go, Sarah. Now I'm looking at the timeline. Ooh, look at Steve. He's in the Cayman Islands. He's cliff diving into a pool of dolphins. He's guiding to his private island where he sips pina coladas all day. Way to go, Steve. You know, Sarah got her PhD. I should have stayed in school. Jay got a Labradoodle. I want a dog. Wait a second, what's this? Roger was in a relationship. Now it's complicated. Like. This is what's happened after 10 years. All my friends have changed their profile pictures to their children. Yeah, 25% of my profile pictures are just children. Like before Facebook, this would be, I think, illegal. Imagine that interrogation. Son, we were scouring your house and we found this here book of photos. Do you know who this person is here? Yeah, it's my sister. And how about this person right there? As someone from junior high school. And here we got an entire page of a child. The child's on the swings or in the paddling pool. Do you know this child? I've never met the child. But you got all these pictures of the child. I know would you believe it's someone else put the pictures there? Oh, sure, I'm sure. The kid's mother put a bunch of pictures of the kid naked in a pool just so you, a complete stranger, could stare at it. It's weird, right? The people are not even in the photos with their kids. It's just a child. And things like the child's doing things, that's the posts. Like if this were before computers and you got a phone call from someone you hadn't heard from in 15 years. Hey, Robert Edinger, right? Wow, long time no talk. Wow. What's going on? Yeah, okay. Oh, well, what can I do for you? What's that? You want me to just talk to your child? Oh, hello? What's that? You did a somersault? Oh, that's good. Could you give a message to your dad? Could you tell him I don't give a shit about somersaults? And give me back my fucking shoes. I was recently back in Canada, and I'm an Italian Canadian, but we're like 4th generation Canadians. But my family still thinks they're Italian. So they're always like, hey, Tony, it's good to see ya. Mwah, mwah. Just slapping. Have you been down to Preston Street lately? The fucking prosciutto is beautiful. It's weird, like especially Canadians. Like we don't even have Lucky Luciano and Al Capone and nothing, none of that. We talk like mobsters, but we're definitely Canadian. Like this conversation will go like this. This guy ran into me today. I told him, hey, excuse me. I should look where I'm going. I'm sorry. I need to be more fucking careful. Why don't you come over to my place for a little rigatoni, watch the hockey game? Hey! I don't get it. It's like the further you get, the more diluted you get from your ancestry, the stronger the accent gets. It's like homeopathy. 3 or 4 more generations later, people are going to be like, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I don't speak the English. Oh, the Italian, because I've never fucking been there. I want to see a picture of my kid. So, what about me? Like, I'm Canadian, I've been in Japan a while. What if I have a child with a Japanese girl, and then that kid marries a Japanese person, they have a child, and so on and so on? 3 or 4 generations later, is he going to be walking around going, sound like a Canadian? Kino wa sugoi tenushi katta. Hiru gohan wa sugoi pink salmon o tabimashita. Sono ato ni chotto maple syrup o tabata. Sono ato ni jibun no ie ni itte ice hockey o mimashita. Saw my grandfather too, and my grandfather has, he's got dementia. Oh, thank you.
I met him.
It's all right, you won't remember that. He's got bad dementia, actually, if you want to laugh harder. It's bad, it's not like severe, it's like the bad kind of dementia. Like, if good dementia is like, you know, oh, where are my glasses? Oh, here they are, they're in the fridge. Ah, who are you? His dementia is like, it's horrible. It's like he's lost the filter. He just says horrible things. It's sexual, and a lot of it's innuendo. He's like, hey, Tony. He's also Italian. Your grandmother, she was a whore. I keep this from you because I want to protect you. You protect me? You just said it. You shot me and handed me a bulletproof vest here. And he says like these words for women, like he just makes up words, and we just know because of the tone. He's like, Tony, look at that barn swallow. I'd like to nest with that. Oh. We're in a restaurant, and he's like, Tony, take a look at that snapper. Grandpa, we're in a restaurant. Like, no, the special's the snapper. I'll call the fucking whore over here so I can order it. He doesn't finish any sentences anymore. He just makes a sound like a, oh. I think it's just this thought just disappearing right at that moment. Stuff like, Tony, this guy here, he's got suits and, oh. What? They're good suits? What are they, a nice stitching? Said this to me once, he said, Tony, Viagra, forget about it. I got a guy, he's got this stuff here. Huh. Now I'm thinking of like old people having sex. I don't know. This old man going down on an old woman, down to the titties, back up to the pussy. Now in Japan, it's amazing. Japanese people will eat just about anything. Like I was sharing a hot dog with a Japanese friend, and I gave him the hot dog speech. I was like, yeah, you know what's in that hot dog, right? There's like kidneys and livers and pig lips and ass and anus, and the guy's like, oh, that's the good stuff. I'm gonna go get another one. It's like, well, what food would Japanese people not eat? Then I realized I got him his next hot dog with a little something on the side, made in China. Oh, interesting. That got me thinking, well, how could you possibly scare Chinese people? What could you put in their food? Democracy? Bunch of people just eating some noodles. Hey guys, this is pretty good, isn't it? How many of you think it's good? 7 out of 10 people. Wait a second, is there democracy in this? Oh, I'm making that my status update. Facebook too! People eat anything. Absolutely anything. I had a friend come back from China. He's like, you know what I tried? Frog sperm soup. Why? Like, for virility. I was like, really? A belly full of frog sperm for virility? With that reasoning, would it stand?